All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is I don't want to call it a cave, but this is the lab. So, as you can see, I have a lot of screens. Reason why being, because you can't ever have enough screens. Anyways, consoles are up there. Trophy case over here. These vines has lights in them. They kind of light up. There that goes. So this is the sim rig. Now, this here is the Elgato teleprompter I have with the camera that I'm holding right now. Normally is connected inside there, and I can see the chat when I'm racing. This right here on the top is my studio lights, the Go Box. If I'm pronouncing it right, I'm not sure, but it's my soft light that shines right on this cheap, sweet bucket seat. It's a makeshift bucket seat. It's like almost like $100 something from Amazon a long time ago. It's the only bucket seat I've ever had for my sim rig, so it's the first. But yeah, in this bucket seat, if I can hold the camera and the mic together, I have this HF8 haptic pad covered underneath all this padding. So it's the first edition, it's not the second one with more vibration, so it's the first one. Still not bad. I have more lumbar support here because this bucket seat is uncomfortable without the lumbar, especially when you press in the brakes. It turns into a backache very quickly, especially in long stints. Anyways, moving on. The bucket seat has rails, so you can, go a little closer to the pedals if you're short, but I am not nowhere near short, so I have to go all the way back. Sometimes I actually need more room, but I'm kind of used to it by now. At least my knees don't touch the wheel, unless it was a truck rim, maybe. But anyways, moving on. So as you can see down here, since we're down here, that is the Asetek Forte pedals mixed with the Invicta clutch pedal. This was the first Asetek Forte pedal edition with the mechanical load cell in the back, and I have two Sim Hub reactors attached to the back of it as well. Sim Magic, sorry. They work on Sim Hub, and the controllers in the middle with the green light in the box. But this is the first model for the Forte Asetek, since they're together, not separate. If I would have had if I was shopping for pedals when the Asetek, the separate edition, separate pedals came out, I would have purchased that instead, of course, because I have big feet. As you can see here, these are my racing shoes. And these racing shoes, pretty much like socks with sole in the bottom. This thing always coming off. I don't know where it came from. There it goes. Underneath the pedals, because this is a raised sim rig, chassis, I think you call it, whatever, aluminum profile rig. That is the receiver for a temporary speaker setup I have. As you can see, I have a 5 speaker setup for surround, and these are velcroed attached to each area of the seat. My focus is really getting on my nerves. And there goes the subwoofer with my racing gloves on top. Excuse the mess. This right here is my baby, my MOZA R16 V2 version 2, whatever you want to call it, with the Vision GT steering wheel. Really nice steering wheel. Most expensive little piece I have out of this whole setup here. With the MOZA shifter with the HGP, I can't remember. The link would be below in the description, along with the MOZA handbrake. And that right there is an iPad, the white iPad. I have connected to Sim Hub, and I also occasionally use it to see the chat and stream as well. But yeah, eventually I will move this base behind the steering wheel when I get the extender to the rim. I forgot what you call it, but the extension rod that connects to the rim. That way I can see more of the screen instead of this big base covering almost all of the bottom half of the screen. And this platform here will go back there. But that's the beauty of having a aluminum profile rig. And speaking of the aluminum profile rig, this rig is actually a SimLab rig. I don't remember which one. I think it's the GT1 sim rig or GT1 Evo, can't remember. Again, description, everything would be in the description below. So this was roughly 400 and some change at the time from Micro Center when I purchased it. But yeah, and of course I added the triple monitor mount, which is back here. It's hard to see, but it's back there. It's attached to the rig as a separate purchase. So the monitors are all LG Ultra Gears. I'm not going to remember the model off the top of my head, but that would also be in the description below. Everything I'm showing you would be in the description below, almost everything at least. But yeah, these are 170 or 60 something hertz, but I only locked all of the monitor hertz to 120. That way I can get like an even frame pacing across the board on my games, and I don't want to push them that hard anyways. 120 20 locked is perfect for me. But yeah, the bezel free kits are from Etsy. They're a random kit. It's a random kit from a random person. So nothing crazy. It's 3D printed, no name brand, but it works for now. I am going to upgrade it soon because I cannot adjust these things without watching my straight there. Look at that. This piece broke off. So I have it on some adhesive glue to try to pull it down. But yeah, anyways, it still looks good for the most part, but I do have to get that changed. Last but not least, these here I cut out a piece of black paper and cover them, but these are the Adobe, my gosh, the Philips Hue play bars. I have 2 of them connected, and they are supposed to reflect the lighting in the dash when you're driving. So I have those hooked up to SimHub. Pretty cool setup. If you are interested in seeing my SimHub settings, you will be seeing that soon. But any particular requests, just let me know in the comments below. Of course, this little stream deck here, when I'm streaming, I can control my scenes. And this messy rat's nest over here, of course, all the cables for all the equipment I have on this sim rig, and part of those cables go to my, well, you don't see it, but that's actually where my MacBook sits, and that's where I stream from, because I have a dual streaming setup. Do not like to use too much, let's just say OBS bogs down my main rig when I'm driving, and I don't want to lose any performance because of my streaming. So I have it going to a separate product, which is my MacBook Pro. It's an M4, so it's good enough to do the job. That silver box down there is a 2-bay hard drive enclosure. I have 2 SSDs running in them to pretty much, while I'm streaming, record all of my footage and go straight to my hard drive as a backup. So yeah, and these are the other 2 steering wheels I have. That is the MOZA. This blur is it's getting out of control. The focus, I mean. So that is the MOZA KS wheel. Gosh, I can't remember. It's the MOZA KS, and this is the CS. These are the first versions, I guess. I know they made a couple more after, but this is nothing but a good vibe sign, which is like having its own theme right now, looking broken down and stuff. But yeah, that goes to this monitor. And speaking of monitors, as if we can't get enough of the monitors, this is my Alienware AW whatever, you'll see it in the description. But that is the, let me fix this, shouldn't have these things up, starting over. This is the ultra-wide QD OLED monitor in the bottom. It's an Alienware model, will be in the description below. And up there is a cheap 75Hz MSI 1440p monitor as a secondary screen. Why do I have another secondary screen? Well, when I'm streaming or playing anything, when I'm on Discord, or for any other reason, when I'm streaming on my main PC with other games or recording, I like to see Discord up on the top, or any other secondary window I need for streaming up on the top, instead of using my main rig. And speaking of main rig, forget about these VKB Gladiator sticks. This is my Star Citizen. Yes, I am a Star Citizen. Everything else up here I hope is explanatory. There's a Google Mesh, XLR, Wave XLR Elgato hub, and 2 DualSense controllers. One for the PlayStation, the other one for PC. The DualSense Edge is hiding in the back, but yeah, I use that for the PC, of course. Nomad. Is it a Nomad? OMAD? I forgot the name of this Razer product, but it will be in the description. That is the only... I love this thing, and I can't not use it now with first-person shooters, or any first-person game for that matter. It's really, really good to use. Anyways, this is the main rig. Again, excuse the mess down here. So that right there is the baby of all babies. It is rocking everything you see in the description below. So I'm only going to point out the main stuff that you would honestly question, besides all the lights. This is a 4090 Zotac. I got this when it first came out, and it has a 13700K Intel processor with 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM. So it's definitely enough to support multiple monitors at the same time, especially just when I'm racing. But I also have that, I need to get a switcher, but I do use this PC on this nice LG C1 OLED up here at times when I want to play my single player games for the PC. It does have an HDMI cable running down back here into the PC. It's not connected all the time because the 4090s only have but one HDMI port, so you have to switch it in and out. So that's why I need to get an HDMI switcher with 2 outs and 1 input sooner than later, so I won't wear and tear my HDMI port in the 4090. So yeah, I think that's it, and I think that's all you really need to know as far as the new new setup. I hope you enjoyed this content. I won't be doing this raw off the cuffs presentation anymore as much. Or if you like it, let me know in the comments below. But anyways, yeah, without further ado, I'm out of here. I'm gonna pass it back to the other Preston. See you guys later. Other Preston? Other Preston. Hello, are you there? Other Preston. Hey, thank you, Other Preston, for that horrible footage with the shaky cams. I hope you enjoyed the tour. And if you did, please give a like or subscribe or both. And comment below on what you think. And we will be coming out with another video based on our MOZA settings and the settings across the board on SimHub, pretty much for all the games that we play. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week and take care of yourself. This is Area Forge signing out.